What's up, family? It's your boy D Gray back again doing this thing. Uh, episode two of Cuts of the Week. It's a beautiful thing to get out here, man, and get on the YouTube and check out how our brothers are out there perfecting their craft out here, uh, giving these heathens fades, man. It's crazy to watch. It's crazy for me to watch. I think this is a beautiful thing to watch the prophets go out there and bring the word alive, man. Make it a weapon, even a weapon. It could be a weapon. It could be a band-aid, first aid, triage, whatever it is for the brothers and sisters out there. And to show these people out here that they cannot be gainsaid against. It's a beautiful thing to watch. But this is episode 2. And once again, we got Guerrilla Hebrew, Brother Alazar. He's out there on the streets. I'm not sure exactly where he is. I think it might be Atlanta. Yeah, I think it is Atlanta for sure. It's Atlanta. And he's out there causing havoc, man, in the minds of these brothers and sisters out here who are lost. It's funny when you take away somebody's God, man. When you destroy somebody's God, when you take away all of their dogma, because the scriptures covered everything, it's crazy to me. And this week we got some 5% brother or whatever he is. He calls himself a Muslim, and you know a lot of these street Muslims just they're in it because they wear their this Islam like I don't know, designer clothes. They like to call themselves Muslim. They like to get in these little ciphers, and anything that kind of makes sense to them, that's kind of what they get into. You know, they like to say, pretty things. You know, our brothers and sisters out there like clever sayings. They like to think they know something when they haven't even done the research on it. And the one thing that you'll find in this particular brother who calls himself a Muslim, because you know he that's what he says he is. I don't even know if he's FOI or whatever faction, if there are factions in Islam. He'll even admit that he don't really know anything, but thinks he knows something. You know, some much like Hotep brothers, they think they know something, but they can't really. They don't have any structure or really any real literature behind them to back it up. That Bible is something that we have they back up everything. It backs up everything they talk about. There's always a reference. And the one thing about Sakari is they talk about the Paleo Hebrew. They know how to use their reference materials to break down and clarify certain words and what they actually mean in the scriptures or actually meant to, you know, the prophets or the ancient Hebrew Israelites. They're never at a loss. And so you got these brothers that'll run up on them who sound probably brilliant to their little buddies that they hang out with, right? But then they get around the prophets and get towed down, and then they get mad. It's funny to watch a brother who gets towed down with the scriptures, and then they get into their effeminate spirit. And I'll point that out as we go. So without further ado, let's get into this beatdown.
Yes, sir.
All right, Abraham, right?
Uh-huh.
He had 2 sons, right? God promised Abraham both of his children or sons would be king of kings, not just one side.
No, he didn't. Where he do that at?
When he promised Jason, when Abraham had a dream before Isaac, I'm not trying to point up to that. Before Isaac was born, he had that promise.
He had a promise about his seed.
Isaac was born at a late age.
Yes, sir.
Way before. I mean, way after the message. You know, this is during he had that dream when Angel Gabriel came to Abraham when Ishmael was alive, but not when Isaac was alive.
Well, he came before Ishmael was even born. He didn't. He didn't. Let's go to Genesis 12.
Yeah.
Now you see what happened there. It amazes me. I'm not sure if this young brother is even aware of who he's talking to. It amazes me. He tells him, no, he didn't. He didn't come before him. And immediately we go to the sword. So now he's just getting like jabbed a little bit. Just jabbed just a little bit, right? And it amazes me how quickly we go to the sword. He just said, no, we didn't. And then here comes a razor. Let's continue.
Well, yeah, what Bible you got reading from? The King James?
Yes, sir.
The conversation's over.
Why is the conversation over?
Because they
Why?
All right.
What version? What version I'm supposed to read?
I'm a Muslim. I follow the Quran.
Okay. But the Quran tell you to read the Bible. So what Bible am I supposed to read?
The Quran tells you.
So obviously they out there with their Bibles. He knew that when he walked up. He thought he had a what is it? A drop the mic moment. As soon as we say King James, like, oh, we're done. We're done. That is so goofy. Just goofy. You cannot make me believe that he did not know who he was coming up against when he walked up there. It's crazy to me, man. So, some of these brothers out here are just on straight madness, boy.
They didn't tell us to read the Bible. They say follow the books. They say follow the books. We're not going to discriminate each other. Okay. Follow the books. That's sent from God. God sent many books from Adam all the way down to Prophet Muhammad.
Show me Adam's book. Where's Adam's book?
Where do Adam have a book? Adam don't have a book.
Okay, you said he sent many books from Adam.
You're right. Well, Adam, the children of Adam was all believers.
Now this is where it starts getting bad for you, bro. When you right. He been up there, what, 2 minutes? You right. Because they just say stuff. Our people sometimes just say things. They just say things. No reference, no source material. Oh, they got all these books from Adam all the way down. Where's Adam's book? Okay, you right. What are you talking about? Why did you even begin that? There's no scholarship with some of these brothers, man. They're just out here street talking, listening to their little brothers or whomever taught him that goofy nonsense. Come on, man. Come prepared before you stand boldly before these brothers, man. It's crazy.
They all believe in God. They all knew the one God.
Can you prove it?
They have to prove it.
How?
It's in your book.
Show me.
I don't know your book, but I know it's in your book.
I can prove it. It's in your book. Show it to me in my book. I don't read your book. Madness. Absolute madness, bro. Who raised you, boy? Who raised you? Who are you listening to? What clown are you listening to or whomever you talk to think that's scholarship, yo? He's old enough to know. Hell, he knew to have an umbrella when it was raining outside. You got sense enough. You don't have sense enough not to stand before these people without your ducks in a row. You can't tell me you don't know who these people are. You've seen them. That's why you step boldly to them, because you thought you could come up there with your half-wits. You can't come up there with your half-wits, bro. Amazing to me. Let's keep it moving, man.
Do you follow the scriptures?
But do you follow the Quran?
Yes, I do.
And the Quran tell you to read my book, don't it?
No, it don't.
Okay, let's find out.
Surah 10 and 94. So if you are in doubt of what we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the book before you.
Ask those.
You know that's a special kind of injury when they prove their point with your own book. Because, to be quite honest with you, for those of you out there in Islam that don't know, the Bible came before the Quran. So it's easy just to mash things up or to say things changed or to say anything you want after the fact. After the fact, it's easy to try to debunk things after the fact. But realize, the Quran ain't nothing but a derivative of the Bible. In whatever form it was. Believe it. Let's keep going.
Verily has come to you the truth from your Lord.
Okay, what's the book before you? What is that?
There was many books before. There was the Torah, It was the Bible. It was the scrolls of David.
Okay.
It was the Injil. It was many books. Which book are you
Okay. So what are the scrolls of David? Where are the scrolls of David
from? The children of Israel. I know that. Isaac.
Bro, okay.
Hey, man,
I need you just slow down.
But you only got the patience to talk.
I do have the patience. I'm telling you to slow down. I'm telling you to slow down, right? The conversation goes, it's an exchange, right? So the scrolls of David are called the Psalms. That's found in the Bible. The Torah are the first 5 books of the Bible. Everything you're saying is in the Bible, right? So I'm asking you, what version of the Bible am I supposed to read?
Again, I don't read the Bible. And again,
okay. If you don't read the Bible, but your book, the Quran, brother, I just said it to the exchange. I notice I can't come to a point. You keep talking. Let me come to a point. No.
So I also want you to understand, people who bogart conversation, that's an effeminate spirit. That's an effeminate spirit, to bogart a conversation, right? They don't allow you, they think it's a debate tactic where they won't allow you a word in edgewise. That's not power. That's not tactfully in a debate. That's not tactfully sound in a street debate. What that is you want to change the subject, and what you're trying to do is change the subject rapidly so that nobody can lock in on your weaknesses. So when people bogart a conversation, what that really is somebody who's not solid in their stance, and they want you to move on because they don't want you to recognize what their weaknesses are. So there's a lot of noise. They want to win in a lot of noise, just like anybody who wants to get loud, try to over talk you. It's just a softer version of that. So believe it, right? So you know some of you brothers out there got that feminine spirit. Keep it going.
I'm asking you to read your book. Yes, exactly. Why?
You're telling us to follow the law been the same. The law been the same. Since Adam. Work to one guy, repent for your sins, judgment day is coming. You know that, right?
Brother, why don't you read my book?
I'm not going to read your book. What's your mine?
Why? Your book tells you to read my book. My book don't tell me to read your book.
Why don't you follow the Quran, brother?
Why don't you follow the Quran?
Don't the Bible tell you?
Why don't you?
There's another cut. That's another cut. The Bible, the Quran tells all of its followers to follow the Torah. They allude to the Israelites, to the the children of Israel, in the Quran. There's such a chasm between reality and fiction within some of these street Muslims that they don't understand that the Bible is the predecessor to the Quran. And for the Quran to even exist, they had to draw from the scriptures, the holy scriptures, the God of the Bible. They had to draw from it. And they say, well, I don't read it. But even Farrakhan knows the Bible. Even Farrakhan refers to the scriptures because as a Muslim, he really knows his stuff. He's a scholar. He should be the example for the rest of you, even if it is, a religion that we should not be partaking of. So let's keep it going.
Follow the Quran, brother.
Don't the Bible tell you to follow the Jews? When the Jews were preaching,
where does the Bible tell me to follow the Jews?
What? They say Jesus he didn't come to change the law. No. He came to fulfill the law. Listen here, Jesus
brother.
You believe Jesus?
I need you to answer one of my questions before I answer any of yours. I ask you a simple question, brother.
Hey,
your book tells you to read the Bible, and you can't.
You got this speaker.
Why don't you follow? Why don't you follow the Quran?
This man is talking trash about the speaker.
Says to read the Bible. Why don't you read the Bible?
Ridiculous.
Okay. So are there any contradictions or lies in the Quran?
No.
Okay, so the Quran validates itself off of the Bible.
No.
It doesn't.
No, the Bible.
So
Quran validates itself.
let's read the surah. Let's read the surah again. Let's read.
Surah 10 and 94. If you are in doubt of what we have revealed to you.
So this is.
I'm not in doubt. Either you. Listen.
Hold on.
We done talking.
Man.
Conversation.
Hold on. Of course. That's what.
That's that feminine spirit too. Look at him. He getting cut up. Blood on the streets, bro. Blood on the dance floor right now. Right? He went right back to the Quran. Right back to the Quran to cut this young man up. I feel bad for the young dude, man. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? He had to retreat. Abdominals hanging out. Sliced up. Death by 1,000 cuts. From your own book. From your own book. Because you can't validate yourself in the Quran unless you know the scriptures, unless you understand what the scriptures are saying. You find the Hamashiach in the Quran. That's how you know it's anchored in it. Come on, man. Now he don't want to talk. Now that the feminine spirit came, I'm done talking. That's like walking away, like your girl, you get mad, you walk away and go slam the door and go in the bedroom and close the door on you. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to walk away, because that's what happens when you don't have your scholarship and you don't have your story straight and you don't know what you're talking about. All that estrogen starts just wasting out of you. Let's keep it going.
That's what happens when you don't follow your book, the Quran.
No, that's what happens when you got 20 people on your side and one person on my side.
Now he's talking about all the brothers that are standing out there. And none of them brothers have said a damn word to him. Assad's been reading. All them brothers ain't said nothing to this young man, but it's the collective spirit. It's that confidence that's overpowering him. It is the what is it? The countenance of strength. He feels put upon. He feels like he's getting jumped by the rest of them. He feels like he's getting jumped. He getting jumped by Al-Azhar and Assad just reading, and the rest of them standing there in their glory, in their powerfulness. If that's a word, you know, in their confidence, and the spirit is beating him up. He feel like he getting stomped out. Like he getting stomped out right now. He getting stomped out and getting beat about the head and shoulders with the Quran and the Bible. Right? He got to retreat. And now it's, you got all these people standing out here. He may as well have said that lady right there in the back was jumping on him too. That's how unconfident he is right now. Let's keep it moving.
You and me are having a one-on-one conversation. It's not my fault you're intellectually intimidated, brother. That's a personal insecurity that you got to battle with and that you got to conquer, brother.
So they don't agree with y'all. Hey, man.
94. So even if you are in doubt about what we have sent down to you, ask those who read the book revealed before you.
The book revealed before you, right? So if you're not reading the Bible, if you say that you're a Muslim and you follow the Quran and you don't read the Bible, you are not a Muslim. You have not submitted yourself to Allah. You are the same as a Christian who allege that you believe in a book that you do not follow the commandments of. You're an idiot, right? And that's what's wrong with our people. So-called black and Hispanic and Native Indian people are so full of shit, it is crazy, man. See, the King James is so conversational. You can't tell me one thing with the King James Version. You're going to tell me that there's lies and that there's contradictions in it, but you're not going to be able to demonstrate anything because you're regurgitating bullshit information. It's just what the situation is. Brother don't know what in the hell that he is talking about. You could. Right? Brother don't know what in the hell he is talking about, but this is what we have to deal with. Here it is, according to biblical prophecy that the Quran plagiarized and put in the Quran about Gog and Magog. Is that in the Quran? Where did they get it from? Oh, Ezekiel 30. So you're going to tell me that we're watching prophecy unfold in the earth right now. Your book copied it out of my book, put it in there, right? And it's happening before our eyes, and you want to sit here and argue to me over whether or not Ishmael should be blessed? Are you kidding me, God?
So one thing we got to understand, and people don't really understand, any prophecy that might be in the Quran came from the Bible first. There's no original prophecy in the Quran. The Quran is actually a book of recitations, is pretty much what it is. And actually, as far as we understand, until later, it wasn't even written. It was all word of mouth. No prophecy. And if there is prophecy in there, because I can't tell you that I've read the Quran in its entirety, there is no prophecy as there is in the Bible. The Bible has specific prophecy that's actually happening as we speak. We can go to the scriptures in the Old Testament that prophesies about the New Testament, and also prophesies about the end the days and how that's all going to come about. And we're watching it in real time. The Quran doesn't have it. The Quran is not a book of prophecy like the scriptures. And if there is, it's only what they gleaned, what the writers of it or whomever, Muhammad, gleaned from the Bible. So that's just something I wanted to put out there real quick. Let's continue.
God said Ishmael is his enemy. Read.
Yeah. You want me to get that after this?
Yeah,
Real quick. Hosea 7:16. They return, but not to the Most High.
Say what?
They return, but not to the Most High.
That's what's wrong with our people. We return, but not to the Most High God. Right? You back? You ready to talk now?
Yeah, I want y'all to say, well, you got the Quran in your hand, right?
No.
Can you read this verse tonight?
He's back to get tore up again.
No. Can you prove to me one contradiction in the Bible? No, we don't. Prove to me one contradiction in the Bible. One. You said it was contradictions. Prove it.
Okay, let me see. When they say Jesus is God, and then they don't say Jesus is God, they never said it. But y'all worship Jesus as his God, don't you?
Do I worship Jesus as he's God?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So how you follow King James? Don't they worship Jesus as their God? All through King James, they say,
No. Show it to me.
I don't read the Bible.
Well, okay, so you can't tell me nothing about
That's so funny to me. And I bet you, and I don't know all people in Islam, I bet you 80 to 90% who say that nonsense don't read the Bible, have never picked it up. I'll gather that most people, I'm not saying all, that most brothers and sisters out there who follow Islam haven't read the Quran. I would bet you that, because we use it as a style point, like wearing Jordans or designer clothes, because it's cool to say you a Muslim, because Christianity is for white thugs, which is asinine, because you've done no scholarship to understand that we are all the way through the scriptures, but we use it as something cool to say I'm Muslim. I'm Islam. I don't eat pork. But I bet you eat shrimp and crab and all that other nonsense. You know? That's what I'm saying. And I ain't going to get into this thing about bashing Islam, brothers in Islam. But I will tell you, the brothers I've run into most of the time, it's just a fashion statement. It's just something to say because it sounds cool. Believe it. Let's continue.
something you didn't read.
You read the Quran?
I read a verse in the Quran that says you gotta read the Bible. Yes.
Read for the cat. Read for the cat.
Why?
Because he's gonna tell you when he's for the cat.
What? What's it gonna tell me? What's it gonna tell me? No.
You read your scripture.
No. Yes, because this is my platform.
You're right. You absolutely right.
Exactly.
They been reading your book to you. You get mad when they do. You walk off like a girl.
Where's the contradiction at in the Bible? Please tell me.
Don't do the Bible.
Where? Name me one.
Let me think about it. Don't do the Bible. Let me pick up
Who's the first person? Who's the first person?
All right. Here we go. Contradiction in the Bible.
Okay.
They say, in the beginning, there was the Word, right? And the Word was God. And
the Word was with God and the Word was God, yes.
All right. Y'all don't believe Jesus, because I speak to many different Christians, and I don't know which one.
Hey, make sure you guys, donate to the camps. I would tell you, don't just donate to one camp. Donate to any camp that's out there. Pretty much, a lot of factions have different ideas about being an Israelite, but Sakari, IUIC, Sons of Thunder, make sure you hit those brothers up, man. Donate some money, pay your alms, man. Your alms go a long way in getting this word out and doing what we got to do. And you ain't got to give 10%, whatever it is. You give what you can, and give it regularly. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and go out there and donate to the brothers, man.
I'm not a Christian.
What are y'all?
I'm an Israelite. I'm the people that wrote the book. I'm the people that your prophet said he was validated from. Here the cool thing is, you are too, but go ahead.
Okay, so you're Israeli.
Yeah.
You believe in Moses. You
Of course I believe Moses. Of course I follow Moses.
Why don't y'all follow the Torah? Are y'all reading out the Torah? Are y'all reading out the King James Bible?
We just read to you a scripture out of...
This is the prop. This is the issue right here. He doesn't understand when they read out of the Old Testament, they read out of the Torah. He thinks the Bible and the Torah are two different things. This is the nonsense that somebody taught him somewhere out there in Cobb County, wherever the hell he's from, Fulton County, whatever. Some dusty Negro out there who doesn't read anything told him that. They've been reading out the Torah. It's amazing to me, bro.
Genesis, right? When we're talking about
King James, brother, he changed it.
What is the word Torah? Oh, no, brother.
With the Bible,
Show proof. How? Where?
Where is known? All right, when they killed
Where is it known?
Romans killed Jesus.
Where is it known?
It's in the history, man. Read the history.
Where? Brother, you can't just say stuff, right? Anything I say, I'm approved. Like when I said about the Quran, I went into the Quran and pulled the verse. I did that, right? You're just making declarations. You have not substantiated one thing that you came out of your mouth. Listen,
I'm not here to argue with you.
You're the Muslim, ain't you? You're the Muslim, right? Where's your Quran at?